Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a video on should you summon for the new mid-month banner. It's here from the 11th or the 18th to the 30th, so you do have time to see what the end of month banner is. Also, just a quick little thing, because I believe they should be in it. Now, obviously, it's not 100% confirmed, but we have the this new campaign that we have right here, and we should have a new Quincy ticket coming in, if I am not mistaken, or am I completely wrong? Okay, it's not here. Never mind. I'm wrong. I thought we'd be getting a Quincy ticket. Maybe we're not now? I take it back. I take it back. Maybe it's in our orders, and that's where they'll drop. But if we do get the Quincy ticket for 1,000 stamina or whatever, and it's in our orders, double check when the update drops. You might have a chance of getting Bazz-B and Robert off of that. Very low chance, obviously, but you might. But yeah, I think this banner is an immediate skip. I'm not gonna lie. Unless you're a Robert or Bazz-B fan, I don't see much value in this banner. The filler, I'll go over first real quick. There are also no individuals. It is a mid-month, so no individuals. I think that this is a very easy cooldown banner. Like, outside of this Ichigo and Hallibell, and I guess Shuhei, I don't see much value. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Ichigo is an insane droplet farmer. Hallibell is a very good IT farmer. Shuhei is a very good side in Guild Quest. Momo's a Link, I guess. Xiaolong has no use. Okiura has no use. Tsukushima, I think, is the NAD one. I think he's the NAD unit in GQ. Ilfort has basically no use. Ishin is basically dead in Brave Battles. Sun, Potion Link, you know? The filler, by the way, or the banner format, step 1 and 11 is 150 orbs. Step 2 and 12 is 200. 3 and 13 is 250 with a guaranteed 5-star. And then it resets. And then step 6 and 16 is another guaranteed 5-star. And then step 10 and 20 is one of the new guaranteed characters. So you will either get Bazz-B or Robert on step 10 or 20. It's not, you're guaranteed one or the other on step 10, and then you get the other on step 20. It's 50-50 each one. I always thought it was the other way around, but it's not. And then this step 25, you pick a character. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, let's just go over Bazz-B, I guess, because I think he is like the better character. But people have been doing the calculations of these characters, and apparently Bazz-B is basically either the same or worse than true Shikai Ichigo, which is insane. He's literally almost a year old at this point. As for Unohana, I don't know if Unohana is better or worse than Bazz-B. I never saw any calculations for her, so I'm only basing it off True Shikai. But yeah, all of his attacks are burn. He has the Killer Plus. He has SR3 is a status summon trap, just like Retsu Unohana's. I believe it's the same width and everything as well. He's a power character. He has the Soul Reaper Killer Plus ability, so I think he does... Is it 40% more damage to that certain killer? I can't remember what the percentage is. I think it's 40. I could be wrong. He has the strong attack recharge time minus 14%. Innate skills a sprinter plus 1. He has Marauder, and then the Havoc of 20%. Devastation plus 60%. He has a damage to burning enemies plus 80%, which is pretty high. He has weakened defense on his Soul Bomb. SP boost of 80%. And then here's where it's kind of like, oh, no wonder he's doing worse. I mean, it's not even that. It's just like, overall, this character's not going to be that great. Like, it's not that fun. He has melee damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ. His debilitator only lasts for 2 seconds as well. And it's not, like, weakening as well. So it's like, that kind of sucks. Increased status summon chance against Soul Reapers, which is good. That is good. Weakened duration minus 100%. Killer effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ. And then Frenzy plus 2 or plus 3 in GQ. Just very annoying. Also, another small thing in Guild Quest is the fact that he doesn't have the recharge at full stamina like Retsu Unohana. She gets like the extra 6% recharge, so that way her SA3 comes back faster because it is a trap skill, so it takes longer to recharge. He does have a 40% base recharge, but she has an extra 4%, so you know it goes a long way. It helps out. But I mean, the character looks cool. His animation is really cool. I believe he has a pretty good strong attack kit too. I believe it was a 3K link beam, a 960, and then a full, or not a full screen, the SA3 trap. I could be wrong. I can't actually remember off the top of my head, but I believe he has a pretty good strong attack kit. Either way, it's just like, it's Bazz-B, you know. it's not even like Volsinish Bazz-B either. He should be filler in like 3 or 4 months time as well. So like February, so like February, March is when he'll end up being a rerun. So it's whatever. I just don't think you need any of these characters on this banner, as the new characters. And then for Mr. Robert, I believe he has no status summons. He's ranged. Bazz-B is melee, by the way. Forgot to mention it. His SA2 is a boost, so keep that in mind. He also has a enemy defeated bonus, team party strong attack damage plus 20%. Unfortunately, it's literally the exact same thing as Mugetsu. If it was like full stamina damage plus 20%, that would have been game changing, but unfortunately, it's not, so it's whatever. He is a ranged or wrong card killer, not killer plus, unfortunately. Normal attack damage plus 35%, which is a pretty good link, but whatever. Innate skill, sprinter plus 2. He has guard break, dodge or wrong card damage at 50%, the enemy defeater bonus, as we said earlier. He has the long reach plus 20, enhancer. He has fire duration minus 100%, killer effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ. Team party technique attribute character normal attack damage plus 20%. He's got bruiser, poise, booster, range damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ, and then flurry plus 1 or plus 2 in GQ. So he ends up getting the 43% attack, focus, and defense boost because of the booster ability and the enhancer ability combined. And then, unfortunately, more guild quest skills, so he's just never going to be used outside of guild quest, to be honest. Does he have guard break? He at least has guard break, so he can be used, and he has a 50% bruiser, flurry of 1. Not bad, you know, not terrible. It's definitely usable, but outside of like his animations, I just don't care for the character. Like realistically, I'm doing 0 steps. I'm not doing a single step on this banner. I don't care for it. Not even on my ult. It's a very lackluster banner. But yeah, let's just go over the filler, I guess. It's gonna be super quick because honestly, this is the whatever banner. As for Ichigo, I think he's just a very good droplet farmer. Unfortunately now though, there's just a way better way to farm droplets, to be honest. Like if you only need droplets though, you can use them, but like in IT, I don't think you need this character at all. Like he's a good link because we don't have 30% technique droplet links without him, so that's pretty good. But he's mainly just here for droplets. He has the full 50% technique droplet drop plus 50%. He has an extra 10 droplets, but then he doesn't have any potions or super potions or anything like that. So it's just like, it's kind of unfortunate. It's just a very odd choice of a character. He looks cool though. The Ichigo's really, really cool. It's just unfortunately he didn't get potions at least, or super potions, so he'd have a bit more value to him. But he is a cool character, but he's premium, so maybe you'll pull him from tickets one day. I never will. As for Xiaolong, this guy is just pretty regrettable. I think people have used him in range squad 0, just because he's pretty decent, you know. Berserker 60%, damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20%, damage to last hit enemies, frenzy of 1, and an increased chance against mind attribute enemies. And he also has that full stam increased strong attack damage plus 40% as a link. So, I mean, when he resurrects in like 4 years, he'll be pretty good. But outside of that, it's whatever. He's okay. He's just very average of the road. Halle Bell, really good farmer. I think she's my favorite farmer for technique. Still not perfect, obviously. Like I think her SA1 is her biggest gripe. It's like a not a melee collision, it's a range collision strong attack, so it just kind of like groups the enemies and shoves them back, which is unfortunate. It doesn't just like immediately hit them and just do damage, so you can hit multiple waves. That's like my biggest gripe with her, and then the fact that she doesn't have droplets, but that's whatever nowadays because you get so many droplets from doing the co-op link slot trials anyways. It's whatever. But yeah, she's a squad 0 killer. She has super speed link slot potions plus 5. She has no status ailments though. For obvious reasons, she has a berserker of 60%, damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 100%, hence right there. Devastation of 60%, only frenzy 1, but if you don't need to inflict status ailments, it doesn't matter that much. She has guard break plus pierce iron skill, hit hidden enemy chance at 100%, and then link slot potions plus 5, and then super link slot potions plus 5, and then 12% strong attack recharge time. Sultry, I believe, or her innate skills is fire duration minus 100%, havoc plus 20, and sprinter plus 1. So yeah, pretty good unit overall, but who knows, maybe it should be replaced soon with a new farmer. I don't know. Okiura, he's a very terrible character. Like he has nothing going for him. Berserker 40, frenzy 1, havoc. Heart attribute or wrong card damage to status and affected enemies of 40%. I think he's just good. He's a decent side for ranged human and a character basically made for a Senkum on stage. That's all he's really basically used for, and I think he's good in arena. Tsukishima, he is the NAD unit for the melee Soul Reaper GQ. He's mainly a debuffer. He has a bruiser of 40%, increased power attribute character normal attack damage plus 20%. Only a debilitator of 2 seconds, but honestly, I don't mind a low debilitator on a NAD unit. It's mainly your SP units that you want more on. Diminisher of 10 seconds, flurry of 1, guard break, killer effect plus 50 in GQ, and then melee damage plus 30 in GQ. He's fine. You pull him. He's a pretty good side. That's about it. Momo is a link slot potion link, and that is it. She has no other use in the entire game. She was literally made to be terrible outside of being a link. Shuhei is only a side for either like Ishin or 7th Anniversary Ichigo or Yumachika or Rukia, mainly because of the Mind Attribute Soul Reaper damage to status and when affected enemies plus 40%, and then the Mind Attribute Soul Reaper strong attack damage plus 20%. Absolutely insane side unit, which I still don't have. People are going to say, oh, why don't you summon for Shuhei? Because I don't care. I have to imagine they're going to be replacing Ishin anyways, which is the main one that I want to use with Shuhei, but it is what it is. And then Ilfort, just a droplet character, to be honest. Oh, never mind. He's a link slot potions plus 5. I thought he was a droplet. I'm thinking of Tesla. Ilfort, speed link slot potions plus 5. Berserker 40, Frenzy 1, guard break. That's pretty much it. Like, this would be good, to be honest, but we have, like, no good Arankars in the game, to be honest, so it is what it is, I guess. Oh well. Ishin, pretty good Brave Battle unit, especially back in the day, and he's premium, easily the best premium Brave Battle character, I'd have to say, unless I'm forgetting someone. But he has a bruiser of 50%, you know, prevent lasted survival, decreased damage taken minus 50% when you're at half stamina or lower. He has invincibility. He ignores invincibility. He has flurry plus 2, which is crazy because he's a Brave Battle character. Damage to lasted enemies of 60%, and he has poise. So yeah, he's really, really good, especially early on, but it's just obviously he's been a bit powder crept recently. Now to Sun, she's literally just a whatever character. Mind link slot potions 5 plus 5 link, and that's literally it. She's decent, you know, Berserker 40, damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20, Frenzy 1, melee damage plus 50, or plus 30 in co-op. She has Havoc. She's fine. But yeah, just a super quick and simple video. I honestly don't think you should summon. If you really want to, go 3 steps, but I don't think these characters are worth it at all. I think this is a super easy skip. We have end of year coming. We have potentially a poll selection. We have Brave Fest. We have end of month, November coming. Those are all going to be better than this banner, in my honest opinion. But obviously, if you like Bazz-B, if you like Robert, if one of your favorite characters is in the filler, go for it. It is a collection game. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Take care, and peace out.